For Arndt, the pieces of the puzzle fell into place.
And I see John Ramsey carrying JonBenet up the last 3 steps from the basement. And my mind exploded. And everything that I had noted that morning that stuck out instantly made sense. And JonBenet was clearly dead. Then she's been dead for a while. I ordered him to put JonBenet down. I knelt next to her and I leaned down to her face. And John leaned down opposite me, and his face was just inches from mine. And we had a nonverbal exchange that I will never forget. And he asked if she was dead. And I said, yes, she's dead. And I told him to go back to the room and to dial 911. And as we looked at each other, I remember, and I wore a shoulder holster, tucking my gun right next to me and consciously counting, I've got 18 bullets.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't know if we'd all be alive when people showed up. I said that everything made sense in that instance. And I knew what happened.
When John emerged from the basement, carrying JonBenet's stiffened body, there was only one police officer in the house. Boulder PD Detective Linda Arndt directed John to lay JonBenet's body on the living room floor. John then asked if JonBenet was dead. As Detective Arndt answered what she considered an obvious question, her eyes met John's. It was at this moment that Detective Arndt became the first person to realize the bizarre truth. Detective Arndt realized that the kidnapping scenario was a cover for a murder. It must have hit her like a ton of bricks. Could you imagine staring into the eyes of someone that you just realized was a murderer? As we have mentioned in previous content, Team Ramsey has attempted to discredit Arndt. It is obvious that the campaign to discredit Detective Arndt is because of her witness testimony. In reality, Detective Arndt's character is beyond reproach. You should consider her as a credible first-hand witness. She was the only law enforcement at the Ramsey residence to observe John for several hours on the morning in question. Although Detective Arndt's testimony is not proof of anything, we believe that her testimony has real evidentiary value to the case. The clip at the beginning of the video was from an interview given in 1999. In this interview, Arndt expresses in detail, but without naming names, who she believes is responsible for JonBenet's murder. Although no name was given by Arndt, it was clear who she was referring to.